Welcome to my channel Tech and Art. Today I am going to discuss about the internal mechanism of the SQL Server log shipping. Right. So in this session we'll see the how the log is transferring from the primary server to the secondary server and what are the jobs which is helping to ship the log from the primary to secondary. So let's start the session. Please watch the complete video. End of the session I have some queries which I can explain you for you guys. Okay, so as you can see in a diagram, this is a complete architectural diagram for the SQL log shipping. So here we have the primary server and 3 secondary server, right? Okay, so in a log shipping there are 3 jobs which is doing the classical role to internal configuration of for the log shipping, right? So the first job is the backup jobs, ls backup, which is scheduled on a primary server, right? And the 2 remaining jobs, the copy jobs and the restore jobs, is configured on the secondary, as you can see in a diagram. So copy jobs and the restoring jobs is configured on the secondary server instance. So what are the use for these jobs? So ls backup jobs basically taking the log backups and keeping on the provided shared network path or shared location, right? And the second jobs, copy jobs, it's transferring that backups from the primary to secondary, and the third one, restoring jobs, is restoring on the log shipping data on that particular database. So through this way log is shipping from the primary to secondary. So this is the mechanism, internal mechanism for the log shipping, which is helping to transfer the log from the primary to secondary. So as I mentioned here, we have the the 3 jobs: ls backup, which is configured on primary, ls copy, which is configured on secondary server, and ls restore. ls alert is also there, which that I have not mentioned here, but these are the 3 jobs which is very important to ship the logs from the primary to secondary in the log shipping. Now one more topics I have included with this session. One second, let me remove this line. So as you guys are aware, we have tough file in a log shipping. What is that tough file? It's a transaction undo file, right? So the transaction undo file which is created when the perform the log shipping in a standby mode. This line is very important. Only it's created when you configure the log shipping in a standby mode. I have already discussed in a the last session. I showed you how to configure the log shipping in a no recovery mode and a standby mode. So when you configure the log shipping in a standby mode, tough file will be created. So now the point is, what is this tough file? Why it's created and what is the use? As you focus on this statement here, let me take clearly picture. So basically in general we can say that the tough file contains modifications that were not committed on the source database but were in progress when the transaction logs were backed up and when the logs were restored to another database. Let me summarize this point easily. So basically what tough file is doing, it's holding your transaction logs which is not committed. What is that meaning? So suppose you have configured the log shipping, right? So now the log backups, it's ls backup jobs is taking the backups, right? As per the schedule, like let's say every 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever your schedule time. So during the backups, what it will check, whatever the transaction going on that is not committed yet during the backup period, So that transaction will be holding under the tough file. So it will not take that transaction. So backup, it will leave that transaction in a tough file, and it will transfer to the committed data to the secondary. In a next cycle of the transaction log backups, again it will check those transactions whether that transaction is committed yet or not. If it is committed, it will include in a next cycle. If it is not committed, it will leave it as it is. Again it will come to third cycle, and it will check the same, that transaction is committed or not. If committed, it will include it. If it is not committed, it will be leave it in a tough file. So tough file is holding the modification that were not committed on the source database, right? So this is the very important files in a log shipping, and need to understand this tough file also, and don't delete the tough file manually, otherwise you need to reconfigure the log shipping, right? This is very important when you configure the log shipping in a standby mode, right? So hope it's clear the tough file, what why it's where it is using, and on the what it's holding, right? The next point, yes, if you see here, you can see, look at this, it will be locally present on your server, on your drive, on the shared location, like this, the tough file.tos, right? There is another file .wrk. This is also, you need to understand why the .wrk is creating and what is the use actually. So as you can focus on this statement here, right? What it's saying, the line, the .wrk files temporarily generated, means that WRK file got generated when the transition log backups file is being copied from the backup location, and when the file copied completely at the secondary server, then renamed to the .trn file. So what is this meaning actually? So basically what it's saying, while the backups, transition log backups file is being while copying from primary to secondary, during that time in a backup location on secondary, what it's doing, suppose your copy jobs started now, and let's assume it will take 30 minutes and it's not completed the copy jobs. So till that time, it will be the file extension will be .wrk, like this. If you focus here, once the copy is jobs done with their task, it will be renamed it like .trn. Okay, so while copying the backup from primary to secondary, the file extension will be .wrk. Once the copy job is done, copy is completed, the file name automatically rename it as a .trn. So this is the use for .wrk file. Then the question is, why it's like .wrk, why it's not in initial phase .trn. So if you focus here on a note here, I marked as a note. So .wrk extension indicates or ensure that the file will not picked up by the restored jobs until successful copy. So what is this line is saying? So it's indicating to restore jobs. I already told that 3 jobs: backups, copy, ls copy, and ls restore. So this wrk files, it's telling to ls restore jobs, this file is under copy, under the copy maintenance, so you no need to touch this file until it's completed the successful copy. Then in that case, the restore job will not touch that file until unless it will convert it as .trn, right? So this is the use for .wrk files. Once the copy is done, it will automatically convert it as a .trn. So while restoring jobs, while checking the backups, last backups, if it is saying the file extension is .wrk, it will not restore on a secondary until unless it will convert as a .trn. So this is also very important things, right? So hope it's clear. I have discussed about the two important files in a log shipping, .tuf file and the .wrk file, and as well as the structure, the internal structure of the log shipping, the mechanism, how it's shipping the log from the primary to secondary. In the next video, I will come with another topics. Till that time,